Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Today we're going to take a look at this residential application. So we have a couple of structures, one over here on the right and one over here on the left. And the two structures I believe are for different types of events. Here you can see we have like a kind of a outdoor kitchen area. There's more appliances and whatnot, but mainly I think we have seating on the outside edge and maybe on this side edge as well. And this is a bar stool seating height. And so that's what we have over there. Let's go ahead and get the dimensions on over here. So dimensions I have is 18 feet wide on the inside pillars here. They're 16.5. And then I believe it's 14 feet roughly, or 12 on the inside pillars here. And this structure over here is a little bit different in that it has this, I'm going to call it a pizza oven. And I'm not sure exactly what the space is underneath going to be used for, but essentially it's 25 or 23 from inside edge to inside edge by the same depth as mentioned before. So you can see here 14 to 12 roughly. And then the height, let's see, I think it's 9 foot 4 inches, but let's throw that on here real quick. Sorry about that. So the height of this edge here, 9 feet 5 inches. So let's go ahead and turn that off. And so there's two different options here really. So we have the inside locations, and so the structure here is a shade structure. These are louvers. Sorry for the movement of the screen here, but these are louvers, and so they open up and close. And so essentially there's nowhere to really mount the heaters. So what I would propose is to use something that's, you know, strong and capable enough to support a gas heater, such as like this unistrut I'm giving an example of. You'd have to get the exact types of strut strengths and stuff like that, so you know exactly what your strut is capable, what the span is capable of supporting. But there's different struts, but that could be mounted on this lower edge of the cover. And with that being said, you can, you know, put the heater centrally located within that space. And so, you know, these heaters are 8 inches in height, and I have about maybe 4 inches from this edge to the bottom edge of the heater, or excuse me, the structure here. And as far as the footprint of heat, you can see that we can heat up this area rather nicely. Go back to these dimensions. I think I have I took that one off here, but let me see. I have the dimensions from the center of the patio, and yeah, it's roughly 7 feet apart from center to center, and then that's centralized into this standing area here. So now over here, I'm not quite sure again what the usage for, but obviously we're not going to be standing or occupying the space where the pizza oven is. But in any case, we can place 2 more units over here. We can push this one a little bit further to the left here to get a little bit more of a coverage. But you can see how 2 units would fit really nicely within this space. And again, using a strut to go across the full span, strut that's strong enough. Also, the top plate of the heater does come off for service. So this is a top plate on the heater itself, and that needs to be able to be removed. There's a screw over here and a screw over here. So if you ever had to service the heater, you need about 4 inches, you know, to pop that plate off and have access to the top of the unit for servicing. So another option, we have this outside seating area here, and let's go into that. So what I did here for the bar stool seating height, I have the heater mounted so that the bracket is central into this beam here, and then pointed straight down because we're going to be mostly covering the bar stool seating height over here. These heaters are what I would recommend as TSH models, so two-stage. There's a 25,000 and a 34,000 BTU output on the two-stage, and you can see how it would cover the seating areas left and right there fairly well. Now there is a seating area that they have here, a table. Maybe it's a little bit smaller than the one I'm showing, but the heater can only throw out heat approximately 8 foot from this mounting position. I have these heaters positioned the same way as the previous heater edge heaters are, but I have these at 30-degree angles off of the bracket so that we cast our ray out as far as possible. But even with this being cast out, the people sitting on this side, left side of this table here, won't receive that heat really at all, and the people on the right are, you know, just about at its, you know, 2/3 margin of capacity. Now, obviously, you would be able to push this chair back, or maybe even the whole table arrangement back. But even if we did, we still wouldn't be able to supply this side of the table with the adequate amount of heat. So what I would recommend is maybe putting some in-ground heaters here, or even just portable units, and that would heat up this other side over here. So these could have up to a I think it's a 30 foot hose that you could drape across the floor, and then maybe put a gas stub out here somewhere, or maybe even penetrate the under the slab here and run the gas line to these two locations, so you can put these duct mounts, which are below grade mounting points where the posts would fit into, you know, to the receiver, and then the gas line would come into this opening here and then go up into the heater itself with a hose connection. So that's something else that might be possible. And then other than that, I think that's about all we can do at this point. If there are some electric options or availability of some electrical power, then we might be able to put a dimming system on, or you know, supply the heat in a different way with a lower profile. So that's also something that we can consider. In any case, that's what I have. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating needs, or you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email at support@patioheat.com. And if this has helped you, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. It lets us know that our efforts are well received. Thank you, and have a great day.